this week on the NFL Coaches Hot Seat. According to Bleacher Report Gridiron, Urban Meyer, David Coley, Matt Nagy, and Joe Judge.
Hot boy.
All right, so I don't know if anybody saw this, but after the Vikings won last week, there was an awkward celebration with Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins was screaming his favorite quote, "You like that? You like that?" while punching Zimmer in the chest. It was a very awkward moment. That's how we're starting this off. Mike Zimmer's getting flamed up. I'm sorry.
Let's go! Welcome, everybody, to the Rick T Podcast. Fucking let it ride then. How about them Cowboys? Poyer over McGregor any day. The Rick T platform is live right now.
MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! Yes! What's next? What's next? I gotta get it. I'm not gonna stay fucking down. I'm not gonna stay fucking lying down. I'm not. I can't do it, man. I can't do that. What's next? Give me something else. What can't you do? I can do it. I can do anything.
What's up, everybody? This is your boy Eric Holmes with the Talk Your Talk Show presented by the Rick T platform, man. This is episode 27. Let's get into it. Like I said, I am your guys' host, Eric Holmes. You can follow me on all social media platforms down below at RickT_E, man. Today on the Talk Your Talk Show, episode 27, I do want to thank everybody for tuning in wherever you may be watching from, whether you watch it from at home, at work, maybe on your way to the liquor store. You never truly know where you're at, but man, the love for the Talk Your Talk Show with the Rick T platform, man, we love it here, so we appreciate you guys. Go ahead and share the love. At 35 viewers, we are going ahead and giving away a free jersey, or I am personally, since I am the host on this show, giving away a free jersey, man. And I know you guys see the laundry in the back. I'm going ahead and get messages right now, man. There's laundry in the back. Put your laundry away, dog. It's clean, man. It's all clean laundry, man. It's sitting there. I'll go ahead and put it away here in a second, man. But I do want to talk about this week 6 matchups for the NFL, man. We just went ahead and had a crazy ass week. As you guys see, the Vikings went ahead and topped the Panthers. Ravens topped the shit out of the Chargers. Cardinals went ahead and beat the Browns to knock them to 3-3. Raiders took out the Broncos. Steelers take Seahawks. Titans go ahead and beat the Bills on Monday Night Football, man. Buccaneers beat the Eagles, of course. Jaguars over Dolphins, like I assumed. Angelo and Tony themselves. Packers over Bears. Bengals over Lions. Colts over Texans by a mile. Rams over Giants. Chiefs over football team. And one team that's not on here, man. One game that's not on here is the Dallas Cowboy game. The Dallas Cowboys did go ahead and beat the New England Patriots in overtime. Great game, man. But man, this was a fucking great game, man. The Buffalo Bills at the Tennessee Titans, man, they went ahead and took them down to Tennessee and took them out, man. Knocked the Buffalo Bills to 4-2 heading into week 7. It was an outstanding game from Derrick Henry, man. But I want to go ahead and ask you guys in chat, what was your guys' favorite part of week 6? Was it CD winning in overtime? Was it Lamar doing his goddamn thing? Maybe Dan Campbell, down again. Derrick Henry doing his thing. Kyler Murray, Trevor Lawrence getting his first win. Or maybe was it Aaron Rodgers destroying and owning the Bears for, I don't even know how manyth time. Or was it, maybe Patrick Mahomes' little brother, don't even know his name. I believe it's Jackson Mahomes, dancing on the numbers of Sean Taylor, man. At the halftime, they are retiring it. How did he get in there? I don't know how. I'm done giving this guy love, man, but let's get into it. We're talking about week 1, man. Starting off with this, I just want to show you guys one picture. He gave saying in chat real quick. Let's go ahead and read that. Bills with the horrible call on 4th and 1 sealed my win in the other fantasy league. Yeah. It is what it is, man. The Bills did not have a great game, man, but I want to show you guys this play real quick. Seahawks 17, Pittsburgh 20, 14 seconds left. The Seahawks are driving. And there's been a lot of beef on Twitter between Mr. DK Metcalf and Mr. Shannon Sharp. So I'm going to go ahead and say, fuck it. Roll the goddamn tape, please.
5. Smith throws sideline. It's caught by Metcalf, who lost the football. And it's recovered by Swain. Inbounds with the clock running and no timeouts. And they scramble to kill it. Down to 3 and 2. They line up with 1. The clock in the stadium goes to triple zeros. I thought it was down with 1 second.
The previous play of a completed pass is under review.
Whoa. Well, you've got that on the sideline. There are a whole bunch of things here. First, there's a fumble with a running clock in the last 2 minutes. Who recovers it in terms of advancing it? The ball didn't advance forward. You also have, if you go to replay and have to fix or change something, there's a rundown off of that with the clock. So there are multiple things to look at. Let's go first to the play.
I didn't even.
He's got it.
It's absolutely a catch.
Covered there in 11 seconds. I don't see anything there. Terry McCauley, please join us if there's anything you see on that play that they could be looking at.
No, Mike, that's clearly a catch fumble. I mean, he ran upfield several yards. I tell you, give credit to Freddie Swain for understanding.
And I'm looking at this right now. You guys see it right here, right now. Seahawks lose to the Steelers in overtime. And it was not that decision. They decided to give him the catch with a couple seconds left. They hit the field goal to go into overtime. But the Seahawks could not hang with the Steelers. The Steelers go ahead and beat them. Go ahead and show you guys one more time. 23-20 in overtime. Behind Geno Smith, behind Big Ben Roethlisberger, no Juju. No Russell Wilson, man. It was a great game, and it came down to the wire. But, man, there's been some Twitter beef, man. After that game, Shannon Sharp came on Twitter with his thoughts. He said, what was DK thinking? Why try to play hero ball in this situation, which I personally agree with. You guys seen it. All he had to do was get out of bounds and, kick the field goal, and they win that. It doesn't come down to the dramatics and stuff like that. But DK went ahead and fired back and quoted his tweet and said, stop questioning me, little boy. And that may be the only person that can say that to Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp is, 40, 50 something years old, and he is still swole like he could play tight end in this league. But DK Metcalf, you guys see it right here on the picture, calling him a little boy. This man ain't no little man himself, as you guys can see. So he may be the only person in the NFL as a receiver that can call Shannon Sharp a little boy. He went ahead and quoted him and said, stop questioning me, little boy. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and take out chat real quick before we get into it. Little J6, yo. He is also saying DK is dumb. T Cave is saying CD look like YNW Melly, and also the drama. Let's hit Dawn Clark's comment real quick. She said, I hate Derrick Henry, But CD getting the win for Dallas, definitely the play of the week. And I completely agree. Us being Dallas fans, Don, I know you're a Dallas fan. You named your son Dallas after the great team itself. But man, we appreciate all you guys for tuning in, blowing up chat, hitting me with your guys' opinions, because I love to see your guys' opinions. So one more time for you. What was DK thinking? Why did play hero, or why try to play hero ball in this situation? Stop questioning me, little boy. Shannon Sharp quoted him back and said, nothing to question. That was a dumb-ass play, and your pride won't let you admit it. You can't question anything I've done. Pray your resume will be as complete as mine. Pray. Enjoy the rest of your day. 2 praying emojis, which, was a great Shannon Sharp way to handle it. He went ahead and said his truth and then got out of there, which is, the way you should do stuff. But DK fired back with some bold-ass statements. And I don't know if he can ever hold up to this in his career, but we're going to find out. So one more time, Shannon Sharp said, nothing to question. That was a dumbass play, and your pride won't let you admit it. You can't question anything I've done. Pray your resume will be as complete as mine. Pray. Enjoy the rest of your day. DK quoted him back and said, from the looks of it, I can wipe my shit with yours. Continue to gossip, you washed up wannabe. Man, yeah, hitting them. I need to get DK on them cookouts and fist fights vibes. You know what I'm saying? He's ready to get in the ring. The celebrity boxing match with Shannon Sharp and DK might be a thing. Treyway, DK looks like a monster. And who can't say DK isn't one of the biggest receivers in the game? He reminds me of Megatron with his size. I'm not going to say with his talent. I'm not going to say with his hands quite yet, because he hasn't really proved that he is that 1-on-3 type of receiver. He's proved that he can be great in one situation. He can prove that he can get through a double team, but this guy has not proved to me that he is Megatron level yet. So for him to say he can wipe his shit with this washed up wannabe's career, it was a bold statement. Shannon Sharp, being the bigger person that he is, did not reply to him. He went ahead and let that be. But a couple hours later, and you guys can see this, or it might have been even sooner. This one was like 11:53 a.m. 2 days ago. He tweeted again. An hour later, less than an hour later on the same day, he said, you know what? You're right, at Shannon Sharp. I do pray my resume can match up with yours. # working in progress, baby. So Tony Cave is saying DK came back and said he was right and he would love to have Shannon's accomplishments. But my thing about that is, do you guys think this seems genuine? With the laughing faces, this doesn't seem like a genuine message where he's admitting, like, okay, I was in the wrong. I'm sorry about that, Shannon. And Don Clark saying DK ain't got no rings. DK ain't got shit yet. DK literally has no Rookie of the Year. He has no Russell Wilson. He has no receiving title. DK was not a first-round pick. I don't know what DK is out here doing. I don't know where DK really gets the balls to go out there to Shannon Sharp, Hall of Famer, and go ahead and say that I can wipe my ass with your career, because that is ridiculous. I haven't seen anything out of DK, so I'm going to go ahead and say DK was on the wrong side of this 150%. But you guys let me know who was on the right side of this. Who played this right? Who played this wrong? Was it Shannon? Did Shannon say the right thing, or maybe did he handle this wrong, or do you guys not agree with them? Or was it DK? Do you guys think DK deserved to snap back and deserved to call him a washed up wannabe, and that he can wipe his shit with his career? Like, DK just hit it personal, where I feel like Shannon didn't say nothing like that. You know what I mean? And I felt like it got way too into it to where Shannon didn't want it to be like that, and DK did. It's DK being defensive. Treyway saying, I'm biased because DK is on my fantasy team. Well, Jesus, all the cheers in the chat. Tony Cave is showing his J's. Again, man, thank you guys for blowing up chat today, man. Let's continue this on. Go ahead and pass the word to your guys' friends. If you guys want to get the latest on the sports drama, the sports tea here on the Rick T platform, go ahead and tune into the Talk Your Talk show, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what it is. At 35 viewers, you're getting a free jersey. 35 viewers, we're getting a free jersey out here, man. So you guys go ahead and shout it out. Spread the love of the Rick T platform here on the Talk Your Talk show, man. But again, you know what? You're right, Shannon Sharp. I do pray my resume can match up with yours. # work in progress, baby. DK, you're a dumbass. That's all I'm going to say. You guys seen the play. He could have easily ran out of bounds, kicked the field goal. He wanted to play hero ball, as Shannon Sharp would say. He's probably hero ball in this situation, and don't know why. But DK got really pissed off about that and defensive. So you guys let me know in chat who was right, who was wrong. But again, Treyway is saying I'm biased because DK is on my fantasy team. So he's obviously thinking DK is right. And again, with the cheers. Hey, Cheer it out, guys. Cheer it out in chat, man. I appreciate you guys. But let's go ahead and talk a different topic. And we heard it earlier in chat from Dawn Clark. She said she hates Derrick Henry, but the play of the game has got to be CD for the win. So I'm a Dallas fan. I love that play from CD for the win. But for Derrick Henry, and I'm going to show you guys some statistics here about Derrick Henry. That 76-yard touchdown he had to steal the game against the Buffalo Bills, man, was the fastest speed reached by a ball carrier this season at 21.8 miles an hour. And then if you look on the other side of the screen, most rushing touchdowns in 75-plus yards in NFL history. Chris Johnson is at 7, 130 games played. Adrian Peterson is at 6 with 180 games played. O.J. Simpson, O.J., did he do it? Did he not? I think he did not. Whatever. Continuing on, he's at 5 touchdowns with 135 yards. And then we got Mr. Derrick Henry surpassing Barry Sanders with 4 touchdowns, and he only did it in 84 games, man. Almost half of what every other player in this top 5 list has done. So you know what? Fuck it. Roll the goddamn tape. Roll the damn tape for Derrick Henry.
Here's Derrick Henry trying to get the big guy going, and he's going. And when I say going, he might go all the way. Nobody's going to catch him. Derrick Henry, touchdown. 76 yards. There are no flags.
Mr. Henry, I got one thing to say and one thing to say only, and you guys see it at the bottom of your fucking screen. Kings do king shit. Shout out, Mr. Derrick Henry. Do your fucking thing, boy. That's the king for a reason, man. And you know, Dallas got Zeke and TP, man, but no better running back in the NFL right now than King Henry, man. So go ahead and get yours. Don Clark saying, it was awesome. I was playing against him in fantasy, and he had 30-point lead going into Monday. Fuck, he's a beast. Yeah, Derrick Henry. Hey, if you guys didn't pick him up in fantasy, and, you know, there's a lot of people that chose to skip on Derrick Henry, and I'm wondering what the fuck you got against royalty? What you got against Kings? Because this guy is fucking easily the best running back in the league. If it wasn't King Henry, it's got to be Zeke, it's got to be Kamara, it's got to be Chubb, it's got to be Christian McCaffrey. Name one of them this year is even close to Mr. Derrick Henry. Please, because there's not fucking one. Not one. Not fucking one. Let's go ahead and talk about Thursday night's game, man. Going into this week, man. And this is week 7, Thursday night football, and it is Denver at Cleveland. You guys see it Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. But man, Teddy Bridgewater versus Baker Mayfield, and it is not Baker Mayfield. I actually got the news right before this show. Case Keenum will be playing quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. There is no Odell Beckham. There is no Nick Chubb. There's no goddamn Kareem Hunt. The Browns are basically fucking empty. And Mike Clark's out here saying everyone should pick Henry as their number 1 pick in fantasy football. He gets stronger as the game and season goes on. And I've been saying that for the last 3 years. People were like, man, Derrick Henry only got 600 yards going into week 9. And I'm like, just wait. It's like when the pressure gets on him, when Tennessee starts getting close to playoffs, I won't say locking that spot in, but when they start getting close, this guy, King Henry, starts to fucking eat. And they start to feed him, man. And that's one thing about Vrabel that you guys need to know. He knows even down 20, 30 points, you still got to run the ball with Derrick Henry. There's no way against that, especially being on the Tennessee Titans. You can have A.J. Brown on one side. You can have Julio on the other side. You can have Tannehill at your running back and Tannehill at your quarterback. And that running game with Derrick Henry alone is still better than all 3 combined. And they show that week after week, man. Why Derrick Henry should be your number 1 back, man. Mike Clark, thank you for tuning in. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Talk Your Talk Show, episode 27, brother. We appreciate you guys. Troy Ray is saying, dude, a real life cheat code. And I seen a meme the other day, actually, and it said, Derrick Henry is the Madden player we all created as kids. Oh, fuck, you ain't fucking wrong. I used to make my guy about 6'3", 6'4", about 240, make him big, and then make him a speed back. And you guys seen it. He had the fastest fucking time for a running back or any player this year. Demetrius Gibson, thank you for tuning in to the Talk Your Talk Show. My cousin, appreciate you, man. Fastest speed reached by a ball carrier this season. 21.8 miles an hour, and that's faster than Tyreek Hill. That's faster than Christian McCaffrey. That's faster than a lot of players that are known for speed, man. Mike Clark's also saying, I picked Saquon Barkley in one league and McCaffrey in the other. I should have took my own advice. Hey, Christian McCaffrey, I told myself to stay away from him because I didn't know if that injury was fully healed. He came out the first 4 or 5 weeks, balled the fuck out. Now look where he's at, IR until week 10. You got to stay away from players that are coming off injuries. And same with Saquon. He hurt his knee, but look what happened to him last week against Dallas with his ankle. That ankle blew right up less than 10 minutes later, man. So it's 2 players that are just down instantly, man. Players still cheering in the goddamn chat. Let's get it popping, man. TK is saying Broncos got 3 votes in our pick'ems this week. Might be a spiller for later in the show, but don't want Eric capping. Hey, there's no capping this year, Tony. I have it right here. Broncos 14-10, man. That's what Tony Cave has in our pick'ems this week. Jello, Broncos 17-9, and I like that score a little bit more than 14-10. Don't think this is going to be a really, really big close one, but this may be the only week that you guys catch me picking the Denver Broncos in this week's pick'em, man. I said Denver, ... 17-14. And that's just because there is no Nick Chubb, no Kareem Hunt, no Baker Mayfield. This is going to be a struggle game for the Cleveland Browns. If that defense can hold up, maybe take Teddy Bridgewater out of the game the Ravens did, it might be a different story. But as of now, you guys see it. I got the Broncos winning tomorrow night 17-14. Jello has them 17-19 or 17-9. And Tony has them 14-10. A close game, man. Broncos ain't got that. RTP Deadly is saying Broncos ain't got that. Let's move on, man, from the Thursday night game. And I want to talk about some tweets. And we talked about the DK versus Shannon tweets, but let's talk about Richard Sherman. As you guys know, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did go ahead and take a dub. But, man, it was a close game. Richard Sherman went ahead and took another hip injury. He was out for the game, but it looks like he's coming back, man. Demetrius Gibson saying 17-14 Broncos sound reasonable. See, and I think one way or the other, it's going to be a little bit far spread than a 4-point, 3-point game. But who knows? It could be a great game. I hope it's a great game. It seems like it's going to be a trash bowl. The Broncos have every opportunity in the world to fucking take this game. So let's go ahead, Denver. I need this on my pick'ems, man. Shout out Denver. But, man, like I said, Richard Sherman came out on Twitter, and let me say, somebody woke up and chose violence. Somebody woke up and chose violence the other day, man. Richard Sherman said, disappointed going to bounce back soon. Asked a lot for my body in a short amount of time. We'll be back better. At K Arujo 8 said, can't possibly come back any worse. Richard Sherman commented back and said, I can come back as you. He said, you'd immediately no longer be a threat to your wife, so that's good. And Jesus Christ, man. As you guys know, Richard Sherman, I love the guy. He has a lot to do with, the things I like to do, whether it's NFL, whether it's fan control football, whether it's Madden. He has literally a hand in every single thing. So I love the guy and I support the guy. But, man, did this fan wake up and say, fuck you. He literally was like, I don't care what you said. I'm about to hit you where it hurts. And if you guys see the graphic, man, a scary girl, Roger Goodell laughing in the back. Roger Goodell loves domestic violence. He'll kick your ass out forever, man. But I just wanted to show you guys, somebody woke up and chose violence. So let's go ahead and, wake up and choose positivity, love. Let's go ahead and lift these athletes up in a positive light. Yes, this was funny, but no, this is not what, players like Richard Sherman, people who have a big hand in certain things like we love to see, need to have going on in their Twitter field. And Sergio Spinks is saying, laugh my ass off. What? And like I said, somebody woke up and was just like, man, Richard Sherman, this guy almost ruined the goddamn game for us. Tom Brady's the only reason we're still winners here. You know what I'm saying? So somebody woke up and chose violence. But man, let's move on here on the Talk Your Talk Show, episode 27. Sitting here at 35 viewers, we are giving away a jersey, man. So go ahead and spread the love of the Talk Your Talk Show here on the Rick T platform. Let's go ahead and get as many viewers, as many commenters, as many new viewers as we can. And let's go ahead and get that raffle for a jersey going maybe tonight. Come on, I would love to go ahead and give away a jersey tonight. I'll buy that shit off the bat to whoever wins it. Any jersey of your choosing. Somebody here at 35 viewers is going to go ahead and win that, man. But let's continue on here on episode 27. We just talked about Richard Sherman waking up and getting roasted, man. But now let's talk about the Baltimore Ravens. Went ahead and kicked the damn shit out of the Chargers this weekend. I took the Chargers in my pick'ems. They beat them 34-6, top or second to top game on your lives left. 34-6. The Ravens took them out. So let's talk about the Ravens, man. They have a really, really decent team for somebody who was injured in preseason. A lot. You know what I'm saying? And everyone talked about this team. Oh, no J.K. Dobbins. They have no number one receiver. Lamar can't run forever. People are starting to figure him out. This guy has literally broken records the last 2 weeks, and including this week. Let's make it go ahead and make it 3, man. But let's talk about this running game. These Ravens running backs were all free agents on September 1st, man, less than 2 months ago. They each scored a touchdown on Sunday's win versus the Chargers. Running back Latavius Murray had 11 touches for 56 yards, 1 touchdown. Devontae Freeman had 9 touches for 53 yards, 1 touchdown. And Le'Veon Bell, 8 touches for 18 yards and 1 touchdown, man. So is this Ravens team really up to something? Are they cooking something up that, the leagues can't seem to figure out? What's going on with Harbaugh? What's going on with Lamar Jackson? I'll tell you what's going on with Lamar Jackson, man. Graphics are on point tonight, and I appreciate that, Don. We love to go ahead and make them here at the Talk Your Talk Show here on the Rick T platform. How much is a ticket? A ticket to what? Would you pick up Freeman in fantasy? Honestly, no. No. So that's like the way this team is built is like a good Houston. Houston went ahead and got Philip Lindsay, David Johnson, Mark Ingram, Rex Burkhead. They have a solid running back core, but they can't seem to make it work for wins. But this team with Lamar Jackson, with Harbaugh, with a better defense than the Houston Texans is about the same thing to me. But honestly, I wouldn't pick up any of these backs except for maybe Latavius Murray. He is receiving the most touches. As you guys see, the yardage may not be exactly what you want it to be, but honestly, Latavius Murray at 11 touches is the next best valuable thing. And in a lot of fantasy leagues, I would go ahead and say probably about 90% of fantasy leagues, depending on how many people you guys have, Le'Veon Bell and Devontae Freeman are definitely going to be free agents in those fantasy leagues. And that's for a reason. Nobody's picked them up after week 6, week 7. It is not time to pick them up now. I'm telling you, don't panic in your guys' fantasy leagues now. I hate when people panic. Haley was doing it earlier. My lady was looking at her fantasy team going, shit, I need a quarterback. I need a receiver. I need a running back. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Calm down. You can take an L. I'm not saying go ahead and anticipate the L, but I'm saying if you take an L, there's no need to freaking panic. There's no need to trade your best player for somebody else's best player, because if you're comfortable enough to keep that player on your team for multiple weeks and you're winning, let's point that out, and you're winning, there's no need to go ahead and switch that up over one L. And I'm telling you guys this as a personal experience. Literally have 5 out of like my 7 players on a freaking bye week this week. I said, shit, I'm going to have to literally play without certain players because I'm not dropping this player. There's no need to drop certain players to fill little positions. If you guys have a defensive player on your guys' fantasy league like I do mine, if they're picking up 3 points a game and you're going ahead and playing without them, does it really hurt your team that much if your running back has a great game or your quarterback has a better game than most? No, it doesn't. So I'm telling you guys, from fantasy advice from Eric Holmes here on the Rick T platform, don't panic. Go ahead and take the week slowly. Take it as it comes. If you get the dub, great. Go ahead and build off of it. Go ahead and learn from it. But if you go ahead and take an L, don't panic. And if you're taking 5, 6 L's in a row, then pull the fucking, that's a red flag. You know what I'm saying? Fix that. It's time to fucking throw the whole team away. But no, 1 win, 2 or 1 dub, 1 L, 2 L's. Don't panic. Go ahead and take it slow. Take it slow. Forget those 3. Pick up Lamar Jackson. That's their best running back. Hey, Mike, you said it here first. That ain't no lie, man. Jersey raffle. Hey, go ahead and shout it out, man. Shout it out to your friends. 35 viewers. How much is a ticket? Oh, that's what you were talking about, the Jersey raffle. Bro, ain't no ticket. It's free. You just tune into Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook Live and watch this fucking show. 35 viewers. Somebody's getting a jersey. If you're one of those 35 viewers and you're in this chat section, somebody's winning. We're going to go ahead and do the raffle ourselves. Go ahead and pick a winner. Whoever shows up on the raffle winner, they're going to get a jersey. They're going to hit us in the DMs for a jersey, man. No, don't let Eric be humble. Eric makes 90% of our graphics by himself. Might even be more than that. And dude getting mad nice with it lately. Hey, I appreciate you, Tony. I appreciate the fucking love. Yes, I am here making the graphics on the Rick T platform. Justin goes ahead and makes, like I said, 90%. Justin makes the other 10 for his show. He's going to let me have this week. You guys go ahead and tune out to Cookouts and Fist Fights this Saturday, 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're going to get into that, man. You guys are going to see some dope shit on that this week there, man. But let's talk a little bit about their best running back, Mr. Mike Clark. Most quarterback wins before turning 5 in NFL history. Lamar Jackson breaks another record because he doesn't turn 25 until January 7th, 2022. And Lamar Jackson broke it at 35 wins over Dan Marino and Drew Bledsoe. At 34 and 32, Lamar Jackson continues to just be one of the greatest quarterbacks in our here age. You know what I'm saying? Lamar Jackson, I asked last week, are we seeing Michael Vick 2.0? I think we're seeing Lamar Jackson 1.0. He is different than Michael Vick ever was. You know what I'm saying? And I think Michael Vick was, a legend growing up. Don Clark is saying, I could use a new jersey to wear to Dallas next month. What game are you going to, Don? What game are you going to? Haley's trying to take me to this Cardinals game in January. Ooh, do I want to go see that? Do I want to go see Kyler Murray get killed? Shout out to my boy Justin, man. Yes, shout out to my boy Justin. Doing more than graphics, though. Let me tell you that much. I give a lot of credit to him here on the show. But let's move on, man. Let's talk about it. Baker Mayfield's Hail Mary 57-yard touchdown pass to Donovan's People-Jones. DPJ traveled 66.4 yards in the air, the longest completed pass in the next-gen stats era since 2016. Fuck it. Roll the tape, please. Fuck it. Roll the tape.
Away, and now he'll uncork it for the end zone. Ball in the air, and it's caught! It's caught! Donovan Peoples-Jones! Baker's prayer is answered from 57 yards out to end the first half.
Just some slight for you guys, man, and we'll go ahead and tell you guys, Baker he went ahead and fucked his shoulder all up. He dislocated it. I texted the chat instantly and said, Baker broke his shoulder for the second week in a row. How does this guy keep playing? It looks every single time. Oh, Broncos, Cowboys. I was almost going to go to that one. Wow. Hey, make sure you give him hell out there, Don. Make sure you give every Bronco fans goddamn hell. Do not let them get out of Dallas without wishing they were in goddamn Denver that week, because believe me, they do not want to be in Jerry World. They do not want to play us. Oh my God, give them hell, man. Sergio Spinks, no, you don't want to see Murray go crazy on your boys. Sergio, aren't you a Pats fan? Shut up. Don Clark, I'll have some footage from game day. Please send it over here. We'll go ahead and make it a commercial for you, Don. Go ahead and shout out us here at the Rick T platform. You're going to be a superstar at Jerry, just like the players, Don. Go ahead and send that on over, man. But let's move on. Let's talk about something else, man. The New York Giants. Man. Leonard Williams, after Giants loss at home, the fans were booing him. He said, they do bother me, honestly. Obviously, we're in our own stadium. I don't want to be hearing boos from my own fans. I'm not going to a salesman to tell him that he's not a good person or boo this person because he's not doing his job or something like that. So what it sounds like here is I'll pull it up one more time. Leonard Williams is a big ass long hair baby. Get over it. You're playing in New York, one of the hardest places to play, especially when you guys are garbage as hell. What do you expect, man? That's like going to Philly, being the starting quarterback and being like, this fan base is too hard on me. Like, bro, you were one of their biggest defensive players. It's time to nut up or shut up. You guys are 1-5. May I say. Your guys' one win was an overtime win over the Saints. Jello Rex Show, shout out to you, man, for tuning into the Talk Your Talk Show. Their whole offense is hurt. Hey, the Giants are boo-boo, and I will say that loud and proud. The Giants, and I love you, Jay. Rest in peace, Big J. But fuck, the Giants suck. The Giants suck. It is deeper than the surface for the Giants. They need to get rid of Daniel Jones. They need to get rid of Saquon Barkley. They need to get rid of Jason Garrett. Oh, and let's not even talk about Joe Judge. They should keep him. As a Dallas fan, they should keep him. I love him. I think he's a great owner. Great GM. The guy does some great freaking things, man. Moving on, talking about something a little more funny, and I love this footage we're about to play for you guys. But Aaron Rodgers had a message for Bears fans after rushing for a 6-yard touchdown. Demetrius Gibson saying the NFC is trash. Shut up. You guys aren't even leading your division. You guys aren't even leading that division, and the Bills have 2 losses. But anyway, Aaron Rodgers had a message for Bears fans after rushing for his 6-yard touchdown. He said, and quote, "I still own you," to the Bears fans, man. You guys see this little kid crying in the front row, his dad holding him tight, his, maybe cousin-in-law in the back behind him, just a little embarrassed that he's a Bears fan. Man, Justin, fuck it, roll the tape. Roll it up.
Rodgers snaps it quick. Pressure coming. Scrambles to his right. Pumps and runs. And Rodgers is inside the pylon. Touchdown Packers. It's Rodgers running for the score.
Right on cue, Joe. He had some choice words there for the crowd.
Yes, he did, Tony. He had some choice fucking words for the crowd because, God, I still own you as the man, and I have it right here in front of you guys. This guy, Aaron Rodgers, is 22-5 versus the Bears in his career. I think he is their daddy. And speaking of daddy, man, speaking of somebody named Trav Daddy, shout out to you, Trav Daddy, for getting picked up by the New York Giants, man. We'll go ahead and give you a round of applause for that. My guy has been here actually on this exact show, the Talk Your Talk show, did an interview for us. It was a great interview, man. So Trav Daddy signed by the New York Giants, man. Congratulations, even though it is a trash team, it is a trash franchise. We just brought up Sissy Leonard-Williams talking about how bad their team was and how bad their fan base was. But Trav Daddy, you deserve every chance that you get, my brother. Go ahead and succeed in every way for the New York Giants. We'll see you guys later in the season, and I'm excited for that one. Shout out number 81, Travis Toyman. But, man, moving on. And we just talked a little bit about this. Shout out to Don and Mike Clark in the chat. So, the Dallas game was literally a freaking roller coaster. As a Dallas fan, it was rough for me to watch for quite some time. So Diggs pick 6 late in the fourth quarter to put us up 7. The very next play, the Patriots did a 70-yard house call. Dallas field goal forces overtime, and then late in overtime, CD has the walk-off touchdown. But let's talk about something a little different on the Patriots side. Jacoby Myers keeps getting close, but he remains the only wide receiver in the NFL history with over 1,000 yards receiving and 0 career touchdowns. So this year in week 5, he was tackled at the 1-yard line. And then week 6 versus Dallas, receiving touchdown called back due to offensive holding. And let me tell you guys, it was nice. It was nice. When I seen it and they said his first NFL career touchdown, I was like, I feel like I've seen this guy since my senior year in high school in 2015. Like, how has he not got in the end zone? It was a great first touchdown. But, man, when I seen that yellow go down, then when the zebra threw the yellow up, boy, am I going to tell you, I was relieved. I was relieved as hell. But, man, am I sad for Jacoby Myers? He definitely deserves a touchdown. Demetrius Gibson saying Young Bull is nice between the sticks. Anywhere past those orange pylons, he does not know where the fuck to go. So shout out to Jacoby Myers, man. Maybe one day you'll get in the end zone, young buck, as Demetrius would call you, man. But, man, like I said, the Dallas game was a roller coaster, and Tony Romo was calling it. Great quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. Tony Romo was calling it, and he said something very, very, very special at the end. He went ahead and said, and I quote, "If they stay healthy this year, you do not want to see this team. They could win the whole thing." And that was Tony Romo on the Dallas Cowboys, man. How about them Cowboys? Shit. Yes. 5-1 going into the bye week, man. If you guys want to hear more about the Dallas Cowboys, definitely tune in to How About Them Cowboys every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This week, maybe a little bit of a switch up. Follow us on all social media to find out about that. But, man, I'm not even going to get into the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to save that juice for Saturday, maybe. I'm going to save that juice for Saturday. Moving on to the shit teams in the NFL after talking about one of the greats. The Detroit Lions, following Jacksonville's win, the longest losing streak in the NFL now belongs to the 10-game losing streak to the Detroit Lions, even going back into last year. Only winless team in the NFL. Can Dan Campbell get Jared Goff and his fucking Lions, Penei Sewell to get a fucking dub? I actually really don't think this Lions team is horrible. They just don't know how to finish. And I will say it. This should be we used to have in high school a weekly word or a daily word, wherever it may be. It'd be like, finish on 3, 1, 2, 3, finish. That would be the fucking season word if I was in goddamn Detroit. Please just finish. Just finish. If we're up 7 points with 3 minutes left and goddamn Justin Fields is on the other side, please tell me we're going to finish this guy. Which the Detroit Lions do not seem to know how to do, man. Like I said, now the longest losing streak in the NFL is now 10 games, and it belongs to the Detroit Lions, along with some more losers. What is going on with the Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos? They started 3-0, and ever since they have now dropped to 3-3, man. 3-0 to 0-3. What is going on with the Denver Broncos? What is going on with the Carolina Panthers? I can't tell you much about the Denver Broncos. Hopefully we can have a Broncos reporter back on to talk to us here soon. But, man, I can tell you exactly what the problem is. What the goddamn problem is for the Carolina Panthers, man. Christian McCaffrey has played 6 games since 2019. God. And I honestly wish Phil Milani was here so I could ask him exactly what the Broncos, what is going on with the 3-0, now 0-3 Broncos to sit there at 3-3. He would tell me exactly what I need to know, man. But I can tell you exactly what you guys need to know about the Carolina Panthers. Christian McCaffrey has only played 6 games since 2019. Guys, it is about to be 2022 in less than 3 months. That is a problem. That is a serious problem. Do we have Odell Beckham Jr. the third? Do we have Odell Beckham Jr., who plays 6 games to his career, becomes a one-hit wonder, and is now washed up? I do not know, man. Moving on. This is a college topic, but I'm excited to talk about it. Dropping off our football talk here on the Talk Your Talk show, man. LSU coaching candidates, now that the LSU coaching job is over. Now that Coach O did admit after his poor start with LSU that he is dropping off as the head coach for LSU after 2021. Who is the head coach candidate? So is it Jimbo Fisher, James Franklin, Luke Fickell, Joe Brady, Bill Napier, Lane Kiffin, Bob Stoops, Bill O'Brien, Mel Tucker, Dave Arana, or Matt Rule, man? Honestly, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys my 3 best candidates, and you guys see 2 of them on the screen right now. Jimbo Fisher, the guy who coached Money Johnny Manziel, he definitely deserves to be an LSU coach. And I'm going to go ahead and say Joe Brady, the quarterback coach for the Carolina Panthers, man. He's coached some greats in his career, but, man, he definitely deserves to be back at his alumni LSU. You guys see him wearing it there. And then Matt Rule, man, I do think he is the 3rd best coach candidate for that job. I know he is only into his 2nd year as a Carolina Panthers head coach, but, man, college may just be a better game for Mr. Matt Rule. Oh, wait, that's not Matt Rule. Hey, but LSU, man, believe. Going into commercial break right here, right now. We will be back in 5 minutes to end our Talk Your Talk show. We are talking a little bit of NBA as yesterday was opening night. You guys want to talk a little bit about what's going on yesterday's opening night games. Nets versus Milwaukee, Golden State versus Lakers, man. Stick with us. We'll be back in 5 to talk about those games. But this week on the NFL Coaches Hot Seat, according to Bleacher Report, Gridiron, Urban Meyer, David Coley, Matt Nagy, and Joe Judge, man. So let's get into our new segment called Coach fucking Tony. Coach Tony.
Murder on the beat, so it's not nice.
Let's get it, Tony. What you got for us today, man? Who the fuck are you talking about? What coaches are on the hot seat for you, bud?
Yes, sir. Let's go ahead and talk about Mike Zimmer first, man. We go ahead and get a graphic up for that?
Yeah, please.
Yes, sir. All right, so I don't know if anybody saw this, but after the Vikings won last week, there was an awkward celebration with Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins was screaming his favorite quote, "You like that? You like that?" while punching Zimmer in the chest. It was a very awkward moment. That's how we're starting this off. Mike Zimmer's getting flamed up. I'm sorry.
I know it's week 5, but I don't see the Bills losing more than 2 to 3 games this season at the rate they're going, especially with how well their defense has been playing as well.
I'm going to say it. Hang on, Jello. I'm going to say it. If the Bills win the Super Bowl, my big ass is going through a table.
Mafia approved. Definitely. All right. So now we're moving on to the Baltimore Ravens. This is another one. Once again, we've talked about it before.
Yeah, another one. Another one. I'm smoking people tonight. Out. Plays the hell out of that saxophone, man. We are back with the Talk Your Talk Show, episode 27, presented by the Rick T Platform, man. To end off the show today, and I hope everyone loved those commercials, man. Tony Cave loved them. He said, I am dead. You ought to take my job with these NBA topics or what? Hey, why don't you get your information from over there at Holmes here on the Talk Your Talk Show about the NBA topics, man? But let's talk about opening night, man. KD, James Harden, no Kyrie. I mean, I'm pretty sure he was probably there via video call or something like that. But against Giannis and the Bucks, man, yesterday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Let's talk about that one a little bit, man. The Bucks, made it look embarrassing for the Brooklyn Nets, man. Showed why they are not a power team, as Tony Cave would say. And honestly, I cannot do anything but 100% agree with him. Giannis went ahead and showed why he was the man, and KD and James Harden went ahead and showed that they are still not fully meshed together to take that Brooklyn team to the next level. And as a Celtics fan, that excites me to see. Yes, Milwaukee is a tougher team, but man, if we can figure out how to beat Milwaukee, that just shows that there's one team that we have to worry about. Maybe the Bulls, maybe the Miami Heat, but man, if we do not have to worry about the Philadelphia 76ers with no Ben Simmons, how you doing? And if we do not have to worry about the Brooklyn Nets because KD, Kyrie, and James Harden still this year behind Steve Nash cannot mesh, how you doing? As a Celtics fan, man, it's looking really good, bro. So you guys seen it. The Milwaukee Bucks took care of the Brooklyn Nets, 127-104. But let's talk about the second game. Steph versus LeBron. And I guess we can say more than LeBron now. I mean, maybe we can bring up Carmelo Anthony. Maybe we can bring Klay Thompson back into it. Let's talk about that one, man. The Warriors, as I predicted, took care of the Lakers. Since the Lakers, fun fact for you guys, since the Lakers released Kyle Kuzma, they are 0-7. What is going on? Should have kept Kyle Kuzma, man. But like I said, the Warriors took care of the Lakers, 121-114. Russell Westbrook had an ass game to go ahead and start his debut out in regular season with the Lakers. He actually went 4 for 13 with 4 assists and 4 turnovers, only 8 points, as you guys can see down there below. I don't believe that was his full point game stats. Was that NBA logo with Kobe as the logo? Man, you want to go ahead? You already know what it is, man. Shout out to Kobe, man. RIP Kobe and GG. We respect them always here on the Rick T platform. So, yes, the NBA logo in my book is always going to be Kobe now from now on. But again, LeBron told Russ, he said, I told Russ to go home and watch a comedy, something to put a smile on his face because, man, that game was ass cheeks. Anyone who goes that bad in their first debut in LA where they are from, West Side, as Drewski would say, to my man Russell Westbrook. The guy went back home and just fucking stunk it up. Like, Jesus Christ, to go out there and play with LeBron, to play with AD, you just showed that you and Carmelo are no improvements for that LA team. You showed that they made all those trades, spent all that money, yet they are still the only two players that can do anything with the Lakers, man. And that is not a good look, bro. RIP, man. Shout out to you, Kobe, always. Man, but let's look at today's games. And there's been quite a bit of games going on right now. And these are all Eastern Standard Times. 7 p.m. games, man. We have the Pelicans versus the Hornets, the Bulls versus the Pistons. 7:30, my Celtics versus the New York Knicks, man, and that's looking pretty good for us. I'm watching that here on my right. Then we have the Warriors versus Toronto Raptors. Houston Rockets versus Minnesota Timberwolves. 76ers versus Pelicans. A couple more 8 p.m. games, and then into the later game, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Orlando Magic versus the Spurs. OKC versus the Utah Jazz, which that might be actually a pretty good game. I might be tuning into that one. Sacramento Kings go ahead and face the Portland Trailblazers. I definitely want to see Portland in that one. And if someone could, Tony, this is probably a question for you. Is Damian Lillard still in fucking Portland? Did he not get traded? As all of us were talking all offseason, where's Damian going? Damian this, Damian that. Where's he going to get his money from? Is he back in Portland tonight? Playing the Sacramento Kings? Somebody let me know in chat, please. And then getting to the 10 p.m. game, and this is going to be a good one, Mountain Time. A playoff rematch, as some would say. MVP versus the real MVP, as some would say. But we have Jokic and the Denver Nuggets go ahead and travel down to Phoenix and face Devin Booker. I believe Chris Paul is still on the team. DeAndre Ayton. And face those Phoenix Suns coming off of a championship loss last year. What is going to happen? Definitely tune into those games and let me know here on the Rick T platform. Talk Your Talk Show, Rick T Podcast. How about them Cowboys or Cookouts and Fist Fights? Whatever your guys' Rick T platform channel or show is to watch. Let us know what you guys thought of the NBA season openers. Let us know what you guys think of today's NBA games. Let us know what you guys think of the upcoming UFC events on Cookouts and Fist Fights. I know that's going to be huge, so definitely tune in to Cookouts and Fist Fights on Saturday. And I believe that is on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday at... Oh, no. How about the Cowboys? Saturday at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Cookouts and Fist Fights. So all the UFC events going on in that, definitely tune on to that. Also Saturday at a special time, I believe 5:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The second show of Saturday, Rick T Platform Saturday, as we like to call it, the Rick T Saturday. How about them Cowboys with the later debut on a special time, 5:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then, of course, to finish out our night, Saturday at 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, is the Rick T Podcast, Season 2, Episode 26, with your boys, Jello Rexro, Tony Cave, and myself, Eric Holmes, man. So it's going to be a hell of a show, man. But I do appreciate you guys all for tuning in to the Talk Your Talk Show presented by the Rick T Platform, episode 27. I couldn't do it without any of you guys. You guys definitely blew up chat, but we did not get 35 viewers. So maybe next week, maybe on Saturday, a jersey will be given away. You guys go ahead and spread the love, spread the word, and tune in to the Rick T Platform, man. This is the Talk Your Talk Show. I am Eric Holmes. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it. We are out of here.
I need you to stay, need you to stay.